Have you ever wanted to be a mermaid? Have you ever just wanted to be like, forget the humans, we're just gonna go live in the ocean and do the whole aerial thing under the sea and all that crap? Well, unfortunately for you, this MLM is actually out of business and they didn't make it very far either or for a long time, but it's something I found really randomly and I found it super entertaining. So I figured today I would share something a little more lighthearted and kind of funny with you guys today. So hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Blair and today we're going to be talking about this really funny and hilarious MLM that ultimately failed, but this one just takes the cake in terms of funny. So obviously no MLM is a good MLM, but this is an especially fun one, at least one to kind of poke a little fun at. So today we're talking about a company called Mermology. And yeah, I've said it before, like there's truly an MLM for everything, and this one is for the mermaids. So I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard to find information because they were literally around for like 1 year maybe, and they failed. So there's really not a lot out there, so I did my best to kind of scoop up what I could. So what exactly is Mermology and what were they trying to sell us? Well, their website wasn't working, obviously, because they're not around anymore, so we're off to a little bit of a dodgy start, but their Facebook and Instagrams had a ton of Mermology products, and that's kind of what I could look at to base off of like this whole weird mermaid shenanigans, like what they were. So let's take a look at some of their products and try and just figure it out together what they were trying to be. So when we look here on their like Facebook page, I suppose, Mergen Health and Beauty, it looks like they announce here that they were going to be closing down at the end of 2019. So unfortunately, 2020, we never got to see this. Not that 2020 really needed a Mermaid MLM anyway. But here's what I guess the owner of this whole shenanigan thing had to say. She goes, well, I have some sad news today that unfortunately Mermology will cease trading on the 31st of December 2019 with a sad emoji. Mermology products will no longer be available after this date. I'd like to thank all my customers who have bought from me, and I'd like to thank all my other mermologists who supported me on this journey, and I wish them the best of luck, with a heart emoji. I've made some lovely friends along the way and hope we can all keep in contact. Thank you for your support. So I guess they were like a healthcare, like skincare maybe, and beauty kind of thing. Like, I don't know, we've got quite a few things to look at, but like, it's just, this is so bizarre to me. It just takes me off guard a little bit. So as per usual with any tacky MLM, you have to have some really shitty memes. So of course we see a minion meme here, which is, I don't know what to expect. Like, obviously you're a failed business. You used a minion meme. I don't know what you're expecting, sis. And I love how she's like, good morning, everyone. And it's like an inspirational minion quote, something I also didn't want to see, but here it is anyway. So here we have a little Mermology before and after with the Slimsational Gel 7 days and the Prettyfication polish. Sorry, I thought it was Pettification with 2 applications. I don't know what either of these things are, but you can see the before and after. And what is kind of funny to me in these before and afters is that in her before, she's clearly like pushing, like scrunching her neck like back, or like her head back into her neck to make her like chin situation look horrific. Like it's pretty obvious. And then in the after, she's like sticking her neck out and using like natural lighting and stuff to create more shadows. And I'm like, who are you deceiving, sis? Like, we have seen this multiple times. I don't have a problem with people showing a before and after if the product actually works. But when you have a situation like this where you're actively seeking to deceive your customer, I find that to be a huge problem. So on this post here, this was posted November 12th, 2019, she just writes, how follows any of this, which is not a sentence in English, but okay, sis. It is 10 tips for a better living. I don't care about it. But the fact that you can look there and it's only 11 comments should really show just how tiny this little bitty bitty MLM is. Just the tiniest one. Like whoever these mermologists were, these MLM mermaid hunbots. I hate this. The fact that the mermaid hunbots, there's so few of them that there's only like 11 comments, like just shows you how small this little MLM was. And thankfully it's not another one that made it big, although my god, I would have such a fun time crafting up mermaid and fish puns all day long if they actually did make it big. But since they didn't, we just get to look at the like carcass on Facebook. So on this one we have another apparent before and after type situation, and it looks like they're claiming that the products used was the Slimsational Gel 4 applications, and they claim this is the before and after. I'll be honest here, the only thing I see is that it's a different pair of pants on this person. I don't know if this is a guy or a girl, but a different pair of pants on this person, and the cut of the pants is different, which makes the belly fat also kind of shape itself a little differently. I think that in the before picture, the pants maybe are a little bit tighter, don't have as much give or stretch in them, leading to this larger overhang, but more than anything, it just looks like a shift in light. It almost doesn't look like the same person to me to some degree if it wasn't for kind of the identifying like stretch marks that you can kind of see. So this is apparently a review from a client of the Slimsation product, which I don't know what it is, but anyway, she claims this is a happy customer who lost 4.5 pounds in 4 days, which number one is either water weight or fucking unhealthy. So let's just say that as it is. But anyway, the supposed user goes on to say, I am buzzing. I've been on the Slimsation Sin Cleanse for 4 days and I've already lost 4.5 pounds and still got another 3 days to go. The shakes are absolutely gorgeous and so easy to have as I never have time for breakfast. Got to say chocolate orange is definitely my favorite and also curbs my chocolate craving. Absolutely love it with a little heart emoji. So again, it just doesn't make sense. Either this is water weight, or it's unhealthy. It's one of the two, because any like physician will pretty much tell you losing 1 to 2 pounds a week is normal. And if you're losing more to that, it's not exactly healthy for you and it won't help you achieve sustainable long-term results. So now it is very hard to find like before and afters that were not, have the little Mermology border and posted from Mermology, but I found this one on Instagram, which apparently this is my before and after from using some product called Siren Skin Tight. Bye bye double chin. I can tell a difference already, even though my face is a bit swollen from having a tooth out yesterday. I don't want to be mean, but I just want to level with you guys. I don't see a difference. And this is unfortunately something that I think is part of the placebo effect. I think that a product doesn't necessarily have to work so long as you think it's working, then it makes the product successful. And you can see in the before and after photos that I don't think this woman's supposed double chin is really going away. It looks the same. It looks like she changed her camera angle. I mean, that's just what it looks like to me. I don't see any real benefit or effect here, but if mentally in her head she believes that this products help her and this makes her feel more confident, act more confident, etc., then I think that's awesome, but you don't need to get that from an MLM. There's also some weird products like this, apparently, called Mermaid Tears. I don't know. This is like a knockoff It Works kind of product, honestly. It says it inhibits carbs, reduces bloating, boosts metabolism, boosts energy, keeps you feeling fuller for longer. And it says, finally, a product that combines fat loss with carb inhibition. Right. Now, something I know I don't talk about much on my channel because I don't get very personal on my channel anymore is that I'm currently on the keto diet, right? And so it's about like no carbs, limiting your carbs, and really taking in more fats and proteins. And I'm gonna be honest, as someone who is currently on that diet and going through that lifestyle change right now, I would never look at a product like this and go, oh yeah, that's exactly what I need to help me through this diet. It's not even in the slightest. There's so many keto-friendly foods and stuff out there that it's just like, if you want to do those kinds of things, a pill is not really gonna help you like this, especially a pill from a company called Mermology. I'm sorry, it's not happening here. So now on this Instagram post, we have something that is Mermology results of skincare, and it looks like the products uses something called their Siren Sarity 3-step system. And this person claims that skincare that makes you shine inside and out, with a shit ton of emojis inside here, so you know this is some classic Hunbot stuff. But it says eye creams, lip serums, skin plumpers, skin tighteners, dark spot and age sunspot removers. Incredible antioxidant cleansers from just 15 pounds per product. Ask me for more info. So I immediately, just on that little paragraph alone, before we even look at the photos, I have an issue with the way this is written. How can you possibly, in one product, have two combinations of things happening at the same time? That this will plump your skin, but it's also going to tighten your skin. Like, I feel that those two are very opposite in nature. So the fact that you claim like one product or this little 3-step system is going to be able to do those things for you just seems incredibly unrealistic. Additionally, dark spot and age sunspot removers, there are some things on the market that do that, but they are very independent in their own product and it's a very specific spot treatment thing. And I always hear this back and forth information on if this is actually good for you or not. I just don't fully know. But I can guarantee you're not going to get the results you want want from an MLM called Mermology, especially one called Siren Sarity. I've got to give props to the way they've named their products. Like, that is genuinely creative, but overall it's just not working. And then as far as these day 1, day 7, day 12 photos, to me, these really look like lighting issues. Perhaps in the day 1, she was maybe super tired, and maybe that's why the bags under her eyes are more pronounced. There's a variety of natural cause reasons why your body would have those kinds of features emphasized on your face, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with a product. This could easily be very, very deceptive marketing. All right, so we've got some inspirational quote here from Mermology Academy, Siren Sunday, and all this shit, so you know this is where it's coming from. But it says, life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't go through 100% of my day thinking only 10% of stuff happens to me. 100% of things happen to me throughout 100% of my day. The two do not correlate, so I just whatever, this is just a small pet peeve of mine. It's not like a major issue. So they make a mistake in this Instagram post by telling you what was in their Slimsation gel, because even they say that this is a temporary effect. It's just putting a film on your skin. You're not losing weight. You're better off not using it at all and just trying to eat healthier, exercise more or differently or whatever. It's just rubbing on a weird, firm, kind of filmy oil. It's a no. But it's kind of funny here that they put this up all proud and it's cutely edited and all this kind of stuff and all the emojis under the sun. But it just, when you read it, it doesn't, they kind of messed up there. Now, here's a post that kind of puts me off just a little bit, and I can't quite put my finger on it why. I'm sure you guys will figure it out for me in the comment section, but this right here is their PDR bundle. So this one is a combination little package, I guess, with Mermaid Tears, the product we mentioned earlier, with a phase 1 waist trainer. And I don't know what it is that just kind of bugs me. There is a time and a place for waist training. There is a way to do it safely, and then there's a way to just kind of just do it just because. I know that there's a lot of Instagram trends with a lot of Instagram bodies, but what a lot of you guys have to realize, and something that took me a little bit of time to realize too, is a vast majority of those bodies are either photoshopped or they're surgically made. And it sucks when you look at that and you realize that it's near impossible, and in some cases, it is impossible for you to achieve that body naturally. So then you have a company like this that is claiming to sell together what they claim to be a carb inhibitor and then a waist trainer together. It just seems extremely predatory on someone who may have a very fragile or low self-esteem and is really sucked deep into the world of what, Instagram models look like versus the reality of the situation. So maybe that's what's putting me off about this. I'm not 100% sure though. Now, this kind of led me to something called Siren Cinchers, which is a website, and it seems like they're still selling some of the Mermology crap, and it's probably just that they're trying to get rid of some old stock, like their Mermocha tea. But overall, what this feels like is the company went out of business. The girl or whoever is involved in running this thing probably just could not buy all this stock and have it not actually sell. So she's sitting there with credit card debts and stuff like that, just unable to pay it. So she probably sold it off to this Siren Cinchers company and was just kind of like, here you go, have it at a discount. She takes a small loss, but she doesn't have to deal with the product anymore. And this larger company just kind of takes it and deals with it. I don't 100% know. What I can say in conclusion to all of this, just to wrap up Mermology, I'm going to say that this company failed because it didn't have much to start with at all. Some waist trainers, a person sharing this around, some mermaid-looking packaging on a trend that is dead. I feel like this company was really trying to hop on the bandwagon when in 2017, I think in 2018, mermaid theming was extremely popular in makeup and skincare and stuff like that. And they're just like, oh my God, we're going to make an MLM based around mermaid theming, but it's really just a knockoff. It works in all reality, but we're just going to do it because people will eat that shit up on Instagram. And that's kind of what this feels like to me overall. It just feels like a really cheap trick on a one-trick pony, and it obviously failed miserably. So again, most MLMs like Cutco, Avon, Tupperware, Young Living, and Pure Romance, they all seem to start off with a fair amount of money, a product people want, they build themselves up, and then they screw it all up and take advantage of others. But when you're banking on one thing, like how Tyra Banks was banking on her name to sell products, haha, that pun was great, and Mermology was counting on the mermaid craze, it just doesn't seem like it worked out for them, and it's obviously a really strong case study to look at it, how you can poorly fail integrating your brand into trends and how how it can actually ruin your entire business. But anyway, guys, every once in a while, we do need to take a little lighthearted approach to MLMs and some of the more serious topics I talk about here on the channel. So I know this video was a little bit different. It was a little more reactionary versus like the normal, very heavy scripted content that I do, but I still hope every once in a while you guys enjoy dipping your toes into whatever the heck I managed to pull out of the depth. So with that being said, guys, that's where we're going to end today's video. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you guys want more content from me, pop open that description box. You're going to find links to everything, social media, second channel for my puppy Casper, Sad Milk collaboration channel, yada yada yada. It's all below. So thank you guys so much. I love you to tears, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.